Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Speak English Corner podcast. This is episode 5, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. In this episode, I'll be talking about something very close to my heart, my daily routine for a healthy lifestyle. Now, you may ask, why daily routine? Well, I believe that the way we spend our days shapes the way we live our lives. Small habits, repeated day after day, can make a huge difference in our health, our happiness, and even our success. So today, I'm going to take you through a full day in my life, from the moment I wake up in the morning until the time I go to bed at night. Along the way, I'll share some of the little habits I practice to stay healthy, both physically and mentally. If you're someone who wants to build a better lifestyle, or if you simply enjoy listening to everyday life stories in English, then I think you'll really enjoy this episode. So, let's dive right in. Mornings for me are the most important part of the day. They set the tone, the energy, and the mindset that I carry with me for the rest of the day. I usually wake up early, around 6 a.m., sometimes even earlier, especially if the weather is nice. The first thing I do when I wake up is open the curtains and let the sunlight into my room. There's something magical about the morning light. It feels fresh, soft, and hopeful, as if the day is inviting me to make the most of it. After stretching a little bit, I always start my day with a glass of water. It's a simple thing, but drinking water right after waking up makes me feel refreshed and recharged. It's like telling my body, okay, we're awake, let's get moving. Then comes exercise. I'm not someone who spends hours in the gym, but I do believe in moving my body every morning. Sometimes I go for a 20-minute jog around the park. Other times I prefer gentle stretching, yoga, or a quick workout at home. Even just 15 minutes of movement makes a big difference. It wakes up my muscles, clears my mind, and boosts my energy. After that, it's time for breakfast. I try to keep it simple and healthy. For example, I might have a slice of whole grain bread with eggs, or a bowl of oatmeal with bananas, or sometimes just a smoothie made with milk and fruits. On some days, I enjoy Vietnamese-style breakfasts like banh mi or pho, but I always try to balance it with something light later in the day. Breakfast is not just about eating food. It's also a quiet moment I spend with myself. I usually avoid checking my phone or social media in the morning because I want to start the day calmly, without distractions. By the time I finish breakfast, I feel fully awake and ready to face whatever challenges the day may bring. After a strong start in the morning, the afternoon is the time when I get down to business. For me, this usually means studying, working on projects, or completing tasks that require focus and attention. I usually begin my study or work session around 9 a.m. and continue until lunchtime. I like to use the Pomodoro technique, which means I focus for 25-30 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. This method keeps me from getting tired or losing focus. During the breaks, I might stretch, drink some water, or simply look out the window for a moment. Around 12 p.m., it's time for lunch. I don't eat anything too heavy because I want to avoid feeling sleepy afterward. My lunch usually includes rice, vegetables, and some kind of protein like chicken, fish, or tofu. Sometimes, if I'm in a hurry, I just grab something quick like a sandwich or noodles. After lunch, I always take a short rest. I believe resting is as important as working. Sometimes I take a quick nap, around 20 minutes. Other times, I just close my eyes and listen to music. This short rest recharges my mind and prevents me from feeling tired in the afternoon. Once I feel refreshed, I continue with my work or studies. I like to set small goals for the afternoon, such as finishing a chapter of a book, completing an assignment, or making progress on a personal project. I've learned that breaking big tasks into smaller ones makes them less overwhelming and easier to achieve. During the afternoon, I also make time for one of my hobbies. Sometimes I read a few pages of a book. Other times I listen to music or go out for a walk if the weather is nice. These little breaks make my day feel more enjoyable and balanced. Evenings are the time when I relax, recharge, and reflect on the day. After finishing my main tasks, I usually go out for some physical activity. One of my favorite evening hobbies is playing badminton with my friends. It's fun, it keeps me active, and it helps me connect with people. On days when I don't play sports, I might go for a jog or do some light exercise at home. Dinner is usually around 7 p.m. This is the time I spend with my family, and I really value it. Sharing a meal is not just about food, but also about talking, laughing, and catching up with each other. Family dinners make me feel grounded and supported. After dinner, I give myself time to do something I truly enjoy. It could be listening to music, watching a movie, or reading a book. Sometimes I just sit quietly and think about the day, what went well, what I could improve, and what I'm grateful for. Before going to bed, I try to stay away from screens for at least 30 minutes. Instead, I prefer reading a book. This helps me relax and fall asleep more easily. By around 10:30 or 11 p.m., I'm usually ready to go to sleep, and that brings me to the end of a typical day in my life. Now, you might wonder, why do I stick to this kind of routine? What's so special about it? Well, the answer is simple. This routine helps me live better. First of all, it keeps me physically healthy. By exercising regularly and eating balanced meals, I feel strong, energetic, and less likely to get sick. Second, it keeps my mind clear. Morning exercise and evening relaxation help reduce stress. When my mind is calm, I can think more clearly, make better decisions, and stay positive even when life gets tough. Third, it helps me stay productive. A structured routine means I don't waste time wondering what to do next. I always know when it's time to work, when it's time to rest, and when it's time to enjoy myself. And finally, it gives me balance. Life isn't just about studying or working. It's also about family, hobbies, and personal growth. My routine allows me to include all these things without feeling overwhelmed. Of course, my routine is not perfect. Some days I wake up late, skip exercise, or spend too much time on my phone. But that's okay. What matters is that I keep coming back to these healthy habits day after day. So, that's my daily routine for a healthy lifestyle. From mornings filled with energy, to afternoons of focused work, to evenings of relaxation and connection, each part of the day plays an important role in keeping me healthy, happy, and balanced. I hope this story inspires you to think about your own daily routine. Maybe you already have healthy habits, or maybe you want to build new ones. Remember, it's never too late to start. Even small changes like drinking more water, taking a short walk, or reading before bed can make a big difference over time. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Speak English Corner podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, because in the next episodes I'll continue sharing more everyday life stories to help you improve your English while also learning something meaningful. Until then, take care, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next episode.